first two games, and yet the score says it all. 1-1. David, there is not much in it. These two, they cannot separate from one another because, as we've seen throughout the year, they've been quite evenly matched in rapid play.
That's right. This is, I think, the clash of simply the two best rapid players right now in the world. We see another Sicilian, another open Sicilian. This time, I was going to make a bad pun there, Robert, but no Khan Sicilian, no can do, but an accelerated dragon instead. And Black's Fianchetto Bishop keeps popping up in these encounters. White with another Maroczy bind with the pawn center here, pawns on c4, e4, and the move queen to b6. Does my memory serve me correctly? Didn't this lead to a very quick draw at the Olympiad?
It did, between Ding Liren and Fabiano Caruana, and we've already seen from Magnus Carlsen against Jan Nepomniachtchi. He likes to trick his opponent in these Sicilians with these early queen moves. So that knight's under attack. In the Olympiad, I believe knight b3 was played, and the queen went back to its starting square on the yo-yo string. Back and forth the pieces went, and that was Ding Liren against Fabiano Caruana. So do you think Firouzja will play anything different? It seems like he doesn't know this variation.
Yeah, it is a very rare line. I must admit, I faced it a while ago for the first time, just a few months back in an online blitz game, and I had no idea what to do either. So I think it's just in vogue right now. This is the way to continue playing if you don't want to acquiesce to a repetition and a draw. Putting the knight back on d4 would have been the peaceful way of doing things. Yes, you have to take a timeout before planting the knight on its dream development square on c3, but you still have this beautiful pawn structure, Robert. The top players, they tend to like their space. We say white has more space here simply because white occupies the center and still all the minor pieces on the board. It's cost him a minute, but Firouzja, he found a way to fight on.
He did indeed, but a player who will not be able to fight any longer. As we zoom out of this game, we of course promise to get back like some payback, because Dennis was winning the endgame knight versus bishop, but to win like that against Wesley, who's usually so calm, cool, and collected, maybe he will rattle him from here on out, and we may even get a grand final reset. I cannot believe that we just saw checkmate in one.
Wow, good call jumping to that game just at the critical moments. We thought we were going to say goodbye to Dennis Lazovic. We thought we were going to say congratulations to Wesley So, but they have to go again, and the psychology at play there, it's going to be crazy. In the meantime, we haven't missed too much on this board. Our Division 1 Grand Final, it is a Maroczy bind as we predicted, and looking very level right now, Robert.
Yeah, this one looks like it is balanced. The white king about to castle. It's high time it gets out of the center, but black may be striking. b5 is one idea you have to keep an eye on if you're Alireza. d5 not available. It is the Maroczy bind, so both pawns from white staring in that direction. But if you can get some key pawn breaks, then black will gain some much needed space, and we won't be talking about a bind anymore. We'll be talking about how black can
was just explaining who those genius of chess are to him just before we went live, and he will be following it. I guess both of them are a big inspiration for everybody.
Lucas, I guess you have to be your son's favorite racer, or does he have somebody else that he follows more?
Who's your favorite racer? Me? Oh, yeah. Otherwise he doesn't care. Otherwise he will not be able to play the simulator later.
And yeah, Lucas, you mentioned you're following chess a little bit and you're learning still. What would you say has kind of been the most enjoyable part of learning about the game?
I see a lot of similarities on the strategy side when, for example, you're going for an overtake or when you're racing. So, for example, if you are in a very tight race, if you're fighting set, you attack in the right moment at the right time. And Formula E especially, I was in Formula 1 before, I did endurance racing, 24 Hours of Le Mans and many others, but especially Formula E because electric cars, you need to manage so well the energy. Between the drivers, we say that it's almost like playing chess at 250 kilometers per hour. Because if you attack too much at the beginning, you end up without energy at the end. If you don't attack, then everybody overtakes you. So there is a lot of similarities, a lot of the concentration aspect as well that you can relate to chess. So it's I think it's very productive.
Well, that makes a lot of sense in terms of style. And I guess, Lucas, I have a question for you. You seem to follow chess. Is there a specific player that is a favorite of yours, or that you feel like resembles your racing style? You know, who do you root for on the chessboard?
I don't follow chess that deep to understand the way that players play, but you have to tell me. My style is more like I would move my pieces steadily and build up slowly until I have and even exchange pieces to be.
Or at least Magnus, when he's in the mood to grind down his opponents and outlast them. Speaking of which, this has been a very long game. It looks like it's about to be a draw. But Lucas, thank you so much for joining us again. We'll definitely have that rematch sometime.
Thank you. No, but the rematch will be different this time. I have an idea for you, David. Okay. I want to put you in a race car, right? And then I'm gonna be in the room playing chess while you'll be playing just by saying where to go, but you'll be going around